qualifying finished, it's time to remind ourselves once again of our top three: Iceman, Verstappen and Charles Leclerc. Goodbye for now then, but really we're just getting started. Make sure to join us again for Lights Out tomorrow. Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks for today's sprint. Iceman lines up on pole position, edging out Max Verstappen, who'll start from P2. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Leclerc, Hamilton, Nico Hülkenberg and Sainz, Russell, Perez, Fernando Alonso and Valtteri Bottas, Norris, Magnussen, Yuki Tsunoda and Mick Schumacher, Gasly, Ricciardo, Guan Yu Zhou and Alex Albon, Vettel, Stroll, Latifi and Esteban Ocon lines up at the back of the grid. And with preparations almost complete, let's head trackside for today's sprint.
I know this is your home Grand Prix, but treat it like... Rubber and bring it home.
So let's review the updated driver standings. This result then narrows the gap between our championship. Hello there and welcome back to Imola, home circuit of the Scuderia Ferrari. We expect to see a lot of local supporters wearing red today, and they've all turned out for what we're expecting will be a sensational event here at the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. 3.1 miles of track at Imola featuring 19 turns, 9 to the right and 10 to the left. Remember that Imola differs from most other Formula One tracks as it's taken anti-clockwise. Let's hope nobody forgets that today. The exit from turn 18 will probably be the setup for many of today's overtakes, leading as it does into the longest straight on the circuit, and it's only DRS zone. It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. An immense lap from Lewis Hamilton yesterday puts him on pole position, and Nico Hülkenberg completes the front row. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Perez, Sainz, Iceman and Russell, Fernando Alonso, Mick Schumacher, Tsunoda and Charles Leclerc. They'll be starting further back after an earlier grid penalty. Norris, Bottas, Kevin Magnussen and Vettel, Zhou, Albon, Esteban Ocon and Lance Stroll, Latifi, Verstappen, Ricciardo, and Pierre Gasly picks up the final grid slot. It's almost time for those 5 red lights to go out then. Let's see who can prevail today. And I'm joined once again by Anthony Davidson to bring you the lowdown for today's race. Now, I want to ask you about Valtteri Bottas. There's a new gearbox in the back of that car, which means a grid penalty and hopefully some excitement as they make their way through the field.
Well, at the end of the day, it's always better to take some pain now than parking it up halfway through the Grand Prix. Let's just hope they can put that new gearbox to good use and get the results they're looking for.
After the points finished last race, let's aim to keep that momentum going. OK, we're approaching the pit window. You're going to be on softs. Are you OK? That was a big one. Confirm you're OK, please.
It's a performance that our Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix winners can be justifiably proud of. And I'm sure there'll be celebrations tonight. Talk to me, Ant. What was it that set them apart from the competition today?
I think that smart tyre management on track and very smooth driving definitely assisted in their victory today. That combination meant they got the absolute maximum out of their tyres at all times.
Here comes your top three, making their way down to the podium for what can only be described as a fantastic day for Formula One. So let's review the drivers' standings. Well, not the result our points leader would have wanted, but it certainly makes things interesting going forward. So, Anthony Davidson, who would you rank as your driver of the day?
Max Verstappen seemed to just effortlessly weave through the other drivers today without a care in the world. He was definitely my driver of choice.
It's time to see how things are shaping up in the Constructors' Championship. The current leaders continue to extend their lead.